Today we are going to delve into the fascinating world of money with the book The Money Code. Are you ready to change your financial life forever? Well, you've come to the right place. Because in this video, we're going to break down 16 tips that will transform the way you manage your wealth. So, if you're willing to be part of the 1% that's ready to make a radical turn in their financial situation, stick with me until the end. The first tip from the book is to understand the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets are things that put money in your pocket, while liabilities are things that take it out. For example, an asset could be a property that you rent out and generates monthly income, while a liability could be a car that depreciates over time and only generates expenses. Understanding this difference is crucial for building wealth, as it allows you to focus on acquiring more income-generating assets and reducing liabilities that take money away from you. What are your main assets and liabilities right now? What changes can you make to increase your assets and reduce your liabilities? My advice is to take the time to assess your assets and liabilities and focus on acquiring more assets that generate passive income. Also, look for ways to reduce your liabilities and turn them into assets that work for you. The second tip is to learn to differentiate between good and bad debt. Good debt is debt that allows you to acquire assets that generate income, such as an investment in education or a loan to buy a rental property. On the other hand, bad debt is debt that leads you to acquire liabilities that take money away from you, such as a loan to buy a luxury car that depreciates over time. Learning to differentiate between these two types of debt is essential for making smart financial decisions and building long-term wealth. What type of debt do you currently have? Are they more good or bad? What changes can you make to reduce bad debts and increase good ones? My advice is to focus on acquiring debts that allow you to acquire income-generating assets and to avoid debts that lead you to acquire liabilities that take money away from you. Also, look for ways to reduce your bad debts and turn them into good debts that work in your favor. The third tip is to set clear and achievable financial goals. Having financial goals gives you a sense of direction and purpose in your financial life and motivates you to take concrete actions to achieve them. For example, a financial goal could be to save a specific amount of money to buy a house or to retire early. Setting clear and achievable financial goals helps you focus your efforts and resources on areas that are most important to you and gives you a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction when you achieve them. What are your main financial goals right now? Are they clear and achievable? What steps can you take to start working on them? My advice is to take the time to identify your financial goals and write them down where you can see them every day. Also, set realistic deadlines for achieving them and work on small steps every day to get closer to them. The fourth tip is to learn to budget and control your expenses. Budgeting helps you control your expenses and ensures that you are spending your money on things that are most important to you. For example, you can create a spreadsheet or use a budgeting app to track your monthly income and expenses and make sure you are living within your means. Budgeting helps you take control of your finances and ensures that you are spending your money wisely and on things that are most important to you. Do you have a budget right now? How can you start controlling your expenses and living within your means? My advice is to start by identifying your fixed and variable expenses and look for ways to reduce unnecessary expenses and live within your means. Also, establish a budgeting system that works for you and allows you to track your income and expenses regularly. The fifth tip is to invest in your financial education. Financial education is key to making informed decisions about managing your money and building long-term wealth. For example, you can invest in books, online courses, seminars, or hire a financial advisor to expand your knowledge of how to effectively manage your finances. Investing in financial education empowers you to take control of your finances and provides you with the tools and knowledge necessary to make smart financial decisions. How much time and money have you invested in your financial education so far? What steps can you take to increase your knowledge in this area? My advice is to commit to investing in your financial education continuously and look for opportunities to learn and grow in this area. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help or advice when you need it, as financial education is an investment worth making. The sixth tip is to diversify your sources of income. Relying on a single source of income can be risky, as if something goes wrong, you could find yourself in a difficult financial situation. For example, in addition to your full-time job, you can explore opportunities to generate additional income, such as working as a freelancer, investing in real estate, or starting a side business. Diversifying your sources of income provides you with financial security and allows you to adapt to changes in the job market and economy. Are you currently relying on a single source of income? What steps can you take to diversify your sources of income and increase your financial security? My advice is to explore different opportunities to generate additional income and identify those that best suit your skills, interests, and circumstances. Also, don't be afraid to try new things and step out of your comfort zone in search of new opportunities. The seventh tip is to establish an emergency fund. An emergency fund is a financial cushion that provides you with security in case of unexpected expenses, such as job loss, unexpected medical bills, or emergency home repairs. For example, you can set up an emergency fund equivalent to 3 to 6 months of basic expenses to ensure you are prepared for any eventuality. Having an emergency fund gives you peace of mind and allows you to face difficult situations without having to resort to expensive debt or selling important assets. Do you currently have an emergency fund? How much money do you have saved in your emergency fund? What steps can you take to establish or increase your emergency fund? My advice is to make establishing an emergency fund a priority in your financial plan and commit to saving a portion of your income each month for this purpose. Also, be sure to keep your emergency fund in a liquid and accessible savings account in case you need to access it quickly. The eighth tip is to start planning for retirement today. Retirement planning is key to ensuring that you will have enough financial resources to stay comfortable and secure in your golden years. For example, you can start saving for retirement as soon as possible and take advantage of retirement savings vehicles, such as individual retirement accounts, IRAs, or employer-sponsored 401k plans, and contribute regularly to them to make the most of compound interest. Starting to plan for your retirement today gives you the opportunity to accumulate wealth over time and ensure that you are financially prepared for your retirement years. Have you started planning for retirement? What steps have you taken so far? What else can you do to ensure that you are financially prepared for your golden years? My advice is to start planning for retirement as soon as possible and set clear financial goals for your future. Also, consider seeking advice from a financial planner or investment advisor to develop a personalized retirement plan that suits your needs and financial goals. The ninth tip is to automate your finances. Automating your finances involves setting up automatic payments for your bills and contributions to your savings and investment accounts, which helps you stay on top of your finances without having to worry about doing it manually. For example, you can set up automatic payments for your monthly bills, such as rent, mortgage, utilities, and loans, to ensure that they are always paid on time and avoid late fees and charges. Automating your finances helps you save time and effort and allows you to maintain better control over your finances by eliminating the possibility of forgetting to make important payments. Have you automated your finances so far? What steps can you take to start automating your payments and financial contributions? My advice is to identify areas of your finances that you can automate and set up automatic payments for your bills and contributions to your savings and investment accounts. Also, be sure to regularly monitor your transactions for any issues or errors and adjust your settings as needed. The 10th tip is to maintain a monthly budget. A budget helps you control your expenses, identify areas where you can save, and ensure that you are living within your means. For example, you can create a spreadsheet or use a budgeting app to track your monthly income and expenses and categorize your expenses into areas such as housing, transportation, food, entertainment, and savings. Maintaining a budget provides you with a clear view of your spending habits and helps you make more informed and conscious financial decisions. Do you currently have a monthly budget? How has it helped you control your expenses and manage your finances better? What changes can you make to your budget to improve your financial situation? My advice is to start following a monthly budget and regularly review your expenses to identify areas where you can cut unnecessary expenses and increase your savings. Also, be realistic and flexible with your budget and make adjustments as needed to accommodate changes in your financial and personal circumstances. The 11th tip is to avoid high-interest debt. High-interest debt, such as credit card debt or personal loans, can hinder your financial goals and increase your long-term financial stress. For example, you can choose to pay off your high-interest debts as soon as possible and avoid incurring more debts of this type in the future to reduce financial costs and improve your financial health. Avoiding high-interest debt helps you maintain better control over your finances and helps you avoid paying excessive interest that could impair your ability to build long-term wealth. Are you currently in high-interest debt? What steps can you take to pay off your existing debts and avoid incurring more debts of this type in the future? My advice is to focus on paying off your high-interest debts as soon as possible and avoid incurring more debts of this type in the future. Also, consider looking for ways to consolidate your debts or negotiate lower interest rates to reduce your financial costs and accelerate your path to financial freedom. The 12th tip is to diversify your investments. Diversification means spreading your investments across different asset classes, sectors, and geographic regions to reduce risk and maximize the potential return of your portfolio. For example, instead of investing all your money in stocks of a single company, you can diversify your portfolio by investing in stocks from different industries, corporate bonds, real estate investment trusts, REITs, and other financial assets. Diversification helps you protect your portfolio against market volatility and the specific risks of each asset, which can improve your long-term financial stability. How have you diversified your investments so far? What strategies have you used to build a diversified and resilient portfolio? My advice is to regularly review your investment portfolio and look for opportunities to diversify your assets and reduce your exposure to specific risks. Also, consider working with a professional financial advisor to develop a personalized investment strategy that suits your financial goals and risk tolerance. The 13th tip is to build an emergency fund. An emergency fund is a financial cushion that provides you with a backup in case of unexpected expenses, such as emergency repairs, medical bills, or job loss. For example, you can set a savings goal equivalent to 3 to 6 months of basic expenses and regularly deposit money into a separate savings account to build your emergency fund. An emergency fund provides you with financial security and allows you to deal with unforeseen situations without having to resort to loans or debt. Have you built an emergency fund so far? What has been your experience in facing unexpected situations without a financial cushion? My advice is to make building an emergency fund a priority in your financial plan and commit to saving regularly to build and maintain this financial cushion. Also, be sure to periodically review your emergency fund and adjust your savings goal as needed to reflect changes in your personal and financial circumstances. The 14th tip is to plan for retirement. Retirement planning involves setting long-term financial goals and developing saving and investment strategies to achieve those goals and enjoy a comfortable and secure retirement. For example, you can start saving for retirement as early as possible and take advantage of retirement savings vehicles, such as individual retirement accounts, IRAs, or employer-sponsored 401k plans, and contribute regularly to them to maximize the power of compound interest. Starting to plan for your retirement now gives you the opportunity to accumulate wealth over time and ensure that you are financially prepared for your retirement years. Are you currently planning for retirement? What saving and investment strategies are you using to build a solid retirement fund? My advice is to start planning for retirement as soon as possible and set clear financial goals for your future. Also, consider seeking advice from a financial planner or investment advisor to develop a personalized retirement plan that suits your needs and financial goals. The 15th tip is to educate yourself financially. Financial education provides you with the knowledge and skills needed to make informed financial decisions and build wealth throughout your life. For example, you can read books on personal finance, attend financial seminars or workshops, and follow finance experts on social media to learn more about how to effectively manage your money. Financial education empowers you and helps you take control of your finances, which can improve your financial well-being and overall quality of life. What steps are you currently taking to educate yourself financially? What resources or tools have you found most useful in your journey to financial freedom? My advice is to never stop learning and constantly look for new opportunities to expand your financial knowledge. Also, consider sharing your financial knowledge and experiences with others to help empower more people to take control of their finances and build a solid and prosperous financial future. The 16th tip is to set clear financial goals. Setting financial goals helps you define what you really want to achieve with your money and develop an action plan to effectively reach those goals. For example, you can set short-term financial goals, such as saving for a vacation, medium-term goals, such as buying a house, and long-term goals, such as retiring early or traveling the world. Setting financial goals provides you with direction and focus on your journey to financial freedom and motivates you to take concrete steps to achieve your dreams and aspirations. Have you set clear financial goals so far? How have your financial goals helped you stay focused and committed to your financial plan? My advice is to take time to reflect on your values, dreams, and financial aspirations, and set clear and achievable financial goals that reflect your priorities and life goals. Also, be sure to regularly review your financial goals and make adjustments as needed to adapt to changes in your personal and financial circumstances. Have these tips been helpful so far? If so, be sure to leave your comment and share this video with your friends and family. And if you want to continue learning about how to improve your finances and change your life forever, don't miss the next video where we'll break down important tips that will transform your relationship with money. See you there.